Right, let's get down to it. Delighted to be joined in studio by the lads themselves, Ro, Teddy, C and B.
What's going on?
Chasing Abbey, lads, pleasure to have you. What's going on?
Yeah, good. We're back releasing music. It's a new year, we're ready for it. As we were just saying in the last few interviews, this feels like the first proper year back from all the COVID restrictions and stuff, so we are raring to go.
And you said that right, because it's funny, I was on the way down to Cork and Lai was there playing on the airwaves as well. You're back on the national airwaves. Good to have you back, lads. Bit of Tullamore representation.
Yeah.
And you were actually saying before we came in, we're in a slightly different studio than we'd usually be. It's a little more comfortable. All of our knees are kind of touching each other right now. It's a bit more intimate. And we're here, but apparently you were here before.
We were, yeah. We did a talent competition in... Me and B were in 6th year, or we were in 5th year. I think 5th year, and Ro was in 2nd year. And we got together and we entered a talent competition in Midlands. We played a cover of Gnarls Barkley, Crazy. We didn't win.
we hold that grudge now. That's never going away.
Right. And that's the end of this interview.
But it was our first time together, so.
Yeah, and so this is something that I really wanted to get the grounds of, because like I'm a moat man myself.
My ma's from Moat.
Is that right?
That's right.
See, all the great ones come out Moat.
Yeah.
See that now?
Up Moat.
Here we go. I'm sick of listening to this. I'm listening to this for years.
And you'll be listening to it forevermore. You grew up in the same school together, but obviously like the dance music scene, you know, certainly when I was growing up, now I would have been a bit of a social butterfly. Wouldn't exactly have gone to the harder hitting places, but like where is it that you found this love for it and that all three of you decided, let's do this together?
It's actually a very good question.
Yeah. Well, we grew up playing trad. We all started out playing traditional music and folk music and country music. That's how we started playing instruments.
Wow.
And we went through like different phases. Obviously, growing up, we were playing in folk bands, trad bands, and I think it was kind of when we were kind of maybe 18, 19. Around that age, we love music, and I think we always wanted to have a career in music.
Right.
And we kind of realised that, okay, we're playing music, but we're not actually playing the music that we listen to on the weekends or when we're chilling out, or you know, all our friends listen to. And we always felt like we couldn't really connect with our friends in terms of music, because it'd be us and our friends and that type of music, like dance music, and then it'd be on the side trad music, because they weren't into it. Like, and a lot of younger people, like, I know it is very popular, but in like the pop culture,
of course,
yeah. So we decided we should probably give electronic music a go, because that's what we listen to, and that's what everybody's into. So like, and we were kind of thinking like, it's our generation now. We have to make our own stamp on what's now. You know, all the guitar stuff and it's all been done a million times over. So we were like, let's do something original. And so we got a laptop. We downloaded Ableton, which is a music software.
Savage choice.
Yeah, it's very good. Our favourite.
Yeah.
We had these little terrible, you know, those like really bad computer speakers, you know, the little tiny ones.
Oh yeah. You turn them on with the knob. There's like dust in it and it makes cracky noises.
And we had a little terrible keyboard, and we set up in B's shed, and that's where it started.
Savage. Damn. Well, I didn't expect the folk and trad background, but obviously that gives you a little different take on music. And so then you realise, like, in all the practice that you were doing with the different genres of music, what actually drew you together was what you listened to, and it was the casual stuff. And then all of a sudden you were like, this is actually something we'd like to make more of.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So 2017, obviously a huge year for you. You start going viral. Your music is going everywhere. Millions of plays on the old Spotify and stuff like that. The followers are growing daily. And then it just seemed like every day you were putting up a post being like, out there, here we are with the crowd, here we are now, here we are live, this, that and the other. Like, you just went flat to the mat with it. Like, you didn't stop at all. And I can only imagine, as I said, Social Butterfly, those are a lot more pumped atmospheres than your standard trad or folk. You know, it's not a ballroom dance. These are people who are getting up and jump, you know. So, like, was there ever a point in all that? Did you ever take a break?
Well, I guess our break came when COVID hit.
A few years on.
But prior to that, no, it was full on. It was full on. And going back to like say the performance stuff and crowds and stuff, we did a lot of gigging, I say, in pubs and stuff with the folk music and that. And I think that really stood to us, like in terms of performing and a bit of stage presence, you know. I know obviously it's not what's required for this, but it definitely helped. So I think that really, really stood to us.
One thing what really helped was anytime doing gigs like festivals and stuff, if anything went wrong, like a tech problem or or you make a mistake, or just anything unplanned happened, we're so used to dealing with like the worst things imaginable to happen in a gig when you're playing in a corner, and all of a sudden like your whole PA doesn't work. You know, like you're constantly improvising in those sort of settings. So when we went to like bigger festivals and massive setups, when something would go wrong, it seemed quite minor to us. Like, you know, we just roll with it, and we'd get off stage, and like you'd always hear, geez, he dealt with that really well, and we were like, yeah, it was grand, like, you know, it's just, you know,
you should have been there in the Harriers when the left speaker went. That's a different story.
When some lad come up and tried box the head off,
do you know what I mean? Not so much a tech problem there. So then the guitarist got up, punched him back. So, like, out of curiosity, then, what has been with the scene that it is, and even with all these adventures, like, what for you has been a memorable moment that kind of like sticks out in your mind? Like, was it a tech problem, or was it just a crowd that was electric, or did something go wild? Like, any particular moment that stands out for ye in all of this?
Yeah, I think selling out the Olympia and standing in the Olympia with that many people there who were there to see you on the night. I think that was a very surreal moment. I think all of us felt it. We were like, there's a lot of people here to see us today. And that was, I think, for me anyway, that was the moment where I thought, okay, right, we've done something good here.
And then another one was, I can't exactly remember which festival it was, but it was one of our earlier ones where our slot was really good on like one of the bigger tents, and there's in between acts there's like 30-minute breaks, you know, for each act or whatever. So when we got to the backstage to where we were playing, the tent was relatively empty, and we were just getting pumped up. Stuff was getting sorted on the stage, and you can just see out the side of the stage, like where people are walking into the tent, and it's like 15 minutes to like they run on clock, like, you know, it's 30 minutes off, 30 minutes on, and it's everything's in order. So 15 minutes to go, there's like a few people coming in, then 10 minutes, and like with about 5 minutes to go, there was like swarms of people filling the tent.
Really,
and like we were just watching it happen. That was getting pumped, and that was really cool. As it's happening, you're like, oh god, it's gonna happen, like it's gonna go off.
Okay, we're about to drop this. That's savage, man. That is so, because I mean, like, certainly like being behind the curtain and not being able to see them, or like they all peek out the side.
Exactly.
Very different. Like they're slowly trickling in. There's your mum, you wave at her and stuff like that. But like when you're in such a big place, you know, totally different as festival as well. Obviously, well deserved. You had a sound. You started driving people towards your style of the platform, and now, delighted to say, you're back. You're everywhere. How are you feeling about this release?
It feels really good. We've been sitting on this, well, not sitting on the song, sitting on the idea, I think, for maybe 17 months.
Right.
And there's been, I think we counted, like there's 21 or 22 different versions of this song.
Oh wow, this went through production.
Different BPMs, different
writing,
keys.
production,
oh my god,
Was
it even the same song at times, or what?
Completely different.
Same chorus, and that was it.
So you kept the lie, because that's the hook. You knew that was to keep.
Exactly.
So in this case, was it like you had the hook and you built the song then around it?
Yeah, for sure. It started off with a voice note that Ted sent in, obviously 17 months ago, into our group chat just before we were going to play a soccer game in the Harriers.
Nice. Drop it.
So it was like Ro was just like texting saying, I'm outside your house now, man, collecting them, and Ted just sends in this voice note nearly as a reply.
Here we have it here.
Oh, you're joking?
Here we have it.
The 1st of September 2021 at 19:38. So obviously game must have been at 8. Because I
get up there, get the warm up
in. So this is Ted voice note.
But it started with a lie, 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 lie.
That's the same thing.
And my reply was outside, man, and that was because I wasn't playing it, and then it was like an hour. It was like 9:20 then. Like myself and B actually listened to it.
Yeah.
And we're like, wow, this is serious. And then you have to go and work on that.
That's unreal. I cannot believe how almost to a T that is from the track you had. But you said it's gone through about so many different versions.
Yeah, and another thing that for us is huge is playing unreleased songs live. And seeing the reaction.
That's huge, yeah.
As the months went on and the versions were kind of getting better and better and better, like Lie was turning into our best song live, even though no one knew it. Like,
Knew
it, yeah.
so we were kind of like, this has to be released.
Yeah.
It was the
Yeah.
same with That Good Thing and Talk to Me.
Yeah.
They were always
Fair
so
enough.
good live before they were released. So we were like, we couldn't ignore it. So
Yeah, that's. I mean, like the fact that you can have that platform to be able to show it to people.
Yeah.
that's so true. Yeah,
That's massive.
Yeah.
Well, look, lads, the fan base is there and it's growing every single day. Delighted to hear you back. The Tullamore lads representing
Yes,
all
yes.
around the country. Really looking forward to it. You have a gig upcoming that people might actually be able to catch you live.
Yeah, March 18th in Lucas Shannonbridge.
One for the Midlands.
Yeah,
Let's
one
go.
for Midlands.
Let's go.
I think it's just sold out as well, so don't sleep on the tickets.
Oh, wow.
Get 'em.
Fan-
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
get there. Where can they get the tickets? Ticketmaster?
Go to our socials and it'll be on our story or Lucas stories or something
Brilliant.
like that. Yeah.
And where can we find you on the old socials, lads?
At Chasing Abbey. Everywhere.
Oh,
Everywhere.
love it.
All across
Chasing
the
Abbey,
nation.
lads, an absolute pleasure. Ro, Teddy C, and B, thanks for coming to us
Thank
here.
you.
at the
Thanks
Very
for having
Best.
us.
so much.